Hello, welcome to Study in Latvia presentation. So today I'm going to tell you about your opportunities to study in Latvia. A little bit about us. We are a national government agency and we promote Latvian higher education to international students. We also participate in different strategic meetings and also cooperate internationally, and we're part of Study in Europe platform as well. We're managed by the State Education Development Agency, and we work together with the Ministry of Education and Science. So some key facts about Latvia. Latvia is located in the northern part of Europe, as you can see on the map here on the side. And we have neighboring countries such as Lithuania, Estonia, Russia, and Belarus. And we're also members of European Union, NATO, OECD, and Schengen zone. And our capital is Riga. Latvia is rather a small country, so we have less than 1.8 million, less than 2 million people, inhabitants, and our national language is Latvian. And the currency used in Latvia is euro. So why study in Latvia? Well, first of all, we are small but spacious. We don't have huge overcrowded cities or traffic jams. Instead, we offer a serene environment for studying and working. So you can choose how much buzz or peace and quiet you need. Second of all, it's a great value for money. Latvia is rather inexpensive for a European country, making it easy for students to manage all their expenses. So it also offers an internationally recognized diploma, which can serve as a springboard for further education as well as your career. We're also a knowledge base. So Latvians are known for their ability to invent, adjust, and evolve. And through these innovations, we have new production of new products and technologies. And Latvians are known for their inventions in cancer treatment. We have inventions such as world-known studio microphones, camera drone air duct, and many more innovations. So this is a place to create and innovate. We're also an entrepreneurial hotspot. Our position is very strategic for business operations across the continent. And Latvia offers a pool of business incubators and co-working spaces, as well as institutional investors, business angels, social gatherings, and meetups for anyone who wants to start their business. Also, the universities have their own business incubators with subsidies for you to start your business. And Latvia is also known as the #1 entrepreneurial hotspots in Europe. So when there's an idea, there's a way to make it happen in Latvia. We're also known for our inspiring talents, who are known across the globe. We have different sportsmen, artists, music, and science talents. One of this is the one you can see in the photo, the famous basketball player of Latvia. And there are many crafts and dancing and singing activities that Latvians do that are also known across the globe. So this is a place to get inspired by the talents and also learn from the talented. We're also an excellent travel hub. The geographic location of Latvia connects west and east, allowing to access any transport and jump in for a travel adventure across the continent. So there's many European and Asian destinations at your fingertips. So you can start your travel adventures here in Latvia. And also, in addition, it is also easy to access regional cities where the universities are located and to commute between the cities. However, most universities will be located in the capital, Riga. There are also 4 enchanting seasons in Latvia. So you can experience sub-zero temperatures and cross-country skiing in the winter, or ice skating or other winter sports. Or in the spring, the spectacular spring blossoms, and you can go on boating trips along the many rivers in Latvia during the spring. The summers are a bit milder in Latvia, maybe to what you're used to, but They offer many various outdoor activities and festivals to choose from, and also, which you may not know, we have the longest coastline of the Baltic countries, so you can enjoy the seaside as well. And autumn offers boldly colored treetops while you're hiking in the forest or picking mushrooms, which is the popular activity for Latvians. However, we do not recommend it to international students, as there are some poisonous mushrooms too. But if you're guided by your student body, then you're more than welcome to join this experience. And to top it all off, the seaside forests and the idyllic countryside are all just within 30 minutes drive from the capital. So it's easily accessible. And last but not least is our vibrant culture. We have a lot of folk traditions and very rich culture, which makes it an attractive and stimulating environment for studies and for living. And we offer a wide range of open-air cultural events, especially during the summer. And one of the very unique and one of the largest events in Latvia is our National Song and Dance Festival, which hosts more than 40,000 singers and dancers. As you can see also in this photo, you can hardly see the people. There are so many of them there. And they also welcome a lot, even more viewers, so it goes up to millions of people. And we're also known for our different crafts, clay, linen, beeswax, wood. These are all natural materials that are used in Latvian crafts. But now on to more practical information about higher education in Latvia. It is based on Bologna process of 3 cycles. As you can see here, the short cycle is built of short cycle and bachelor programs. The second cycle is master programs, and the third is doctoral. There's also the long cycle, which includes the bachelor and master level period. And this is for the professional study programs such as medicine, dentistry, veterinary, and so on. Those are the ones that last from 5 to 6 years. And there are 29 higher education institutions in Latvia, of which 16 are state-established ones and 11 are private. There are also 2 branches of foreign higher education institutions and 24 colleges. So wide range to choose from. And a little about international students. International students make up quite a large community in Latvia. Of all the students in Latvia, they are 13%. And you can see the top countries where they're coming from. However, from ASEAN region, there's also 23 students. So we're welcoming more students, and we would be happy to see you here in Latvia. And in Latvia, there are 2 types of study programs, the academic study programs and professional. The academic study programs focus more on the theoretical background and skill development for scientific research, while the professional programs focus more on in-depth knowledge and practical skills for the professional activity in the field further on. And about the admissions, they are held twice a year. Currently, the autumn admissions are just closing now. Some universities may still have them open, depending on which countries you're also coming from. And there's also winter admissions. So those start right after the autumn admissions finish. So if you missed the autumn admissions, you still have a chance to apply now for the winter admissions. A little bit about the admissions process. It's a step-by-step process. So the first step is to find your study program, which you can find on our website. And you can now see it also on Latvia profile in this fair. The second step is to submit your application. So you will find the application link there, and you can apply electronically. You don't need to submit the documents in person. You can apply electronically. And then your documents will be submitted for recognition, so your prior education documents. And you may need to prepare for some exams or interview, depending on the university. And once that's done, you will receive the study agreement and pay the tuition fee. and further move on to managing your immigration process, such as forming visa and residence permit to then come to Latvia. So about the first step of choosing the study program, there's wide variety of areas to choose from, starting from business administration and management to computer science, engineering, music studies, arts, social sciences, natural sciences, and many more. Also, not to forget the healthcare and medicine, which is really popular in Latvia. On our website, you can see 116 different programs, which are all offered in English or other EU language. There's 37 bachelor level programs, 54 masters, and 25 doctoral programs. So you are sure to find a program of your interest here. About the university requirements, the general requirements are your previous educational documents, which are then submitted for recognition to Academic Information Center, which I mentioned before, and the sufficient English proficiency. So you need to prove it whether it is with a certificate or it's done through a test and an interview by the university. And you need at least B2 level. In addition to the general requirements, some universities may ask specific requirements, whether it's institution specific or program specific. So maybe some specific grades on your previous education certificate, or some exams or tests, or an online interview. So check with the individual higher education institution for their requirements. The tuition fees, these vary depending on the study field as well as the study level you choose. So they can start from 1,800 euro per year and go up to 15,000 or even 35, depending on the study program, as I mentioned before. However, Latvian state also offers scholarships for international students for their studies. These scholarships are offered for studies as well as participation in summer schools. You can see more information through this link, but nationals of 40 countries are eligible for this. These are nationals of countries where Latvia has concluded a bilateral agreement in cooperation in education and science. This is for programs that are in Latvian or English language. The call for applications is open from 1st of February to 1st of April. And sums for this study scholarship is for bachelor level and masters, it's 500 euro per month. For PhD students, this is 700 euro per month. And you can see the time. So for bachelor master students, you can get this scholarship for up to 10 months. And for the PhD students, up to 11 months. And you can apply to receive the scholarship 2 years in a row, if you're really an excellent student. So it may cover both tuition fee and your living costs. So you can agree with the university how you want to cover this scholarship, whether you want it to put forward to covering your tuition fee or your living expenses, or sometimes you can manage both. This is how you arrange it with the university. And students can apply who have studied at least 1 semester in higher education. So for bachelor students, you can apply only in the 2nd year, after there's at least a semester of grades available to review. And about living in Latvia, as I already mentioned before, it's rather inexpensive. And the general expenses vary from 500 to 800 euros on average. This largely depends on your choice of accommodation as well as on your lifestyle. So there's an accommodation available, like shared dormitories, for 70 euro per month, but it can be also much more expensive if you choose a private room or maybe even your own apartment. So this largely depends on you, how you choose to distribute your expenses. Some additional things about you living in Latvia. So during your studies, once you have received your residence permit, you can work as a bachelor student for up to 20 hours per week, which is part-time. And during the summer holidays, you can work full-time. And as a bachelor or doctoral student, you can work straight away full-time with no restrictions. An additional plus is that you can extend the residence permit after your studies for up to 4 months. So you can have the time to find the work or maybe further your education, like find another study program you want to study on. And for master students, you can extend these 4 months to 9 months if you wish to have more time to find the job or maybe a doctoral program to study. In Latvia, most universities also take part in the Erasmus program. So they offer study mobilities and traineeship mobilities for students. This is very popular amongst international students. So you can go on to study abroad for a semester or two, or go on for a traineeship during the summer or the traineeship period. And students can go or take up to 12 months of the scholarship during one cycle of studies. So during bachelor studies, you can go 12 months abroad. And during your master and doctoral studies, again, you can use up to 12 months of this scholarship. It's a really great opportunity to experience other countries in Europe or maybe even further abroad, as Erasmus works all around the world, and the cooperation between universities is really great opportunity. So here are some useful links where you can find some information and on whether it's residence permits or diplomas or state scholarships or study mobilities. And yeah, you can also check all this information on our profile of Latvia on this fair. And you can also find more information about us on our website, studyinlatvia.lv, or you can also contact us via email at studyinlatvia@via.gov.lv. So you're welcome to look through our social media and website, as well as come visit our profile in this fair and ask us any questions you may have further on in the chat later, but I will answer some of the questions now that have come into the chat. So let me just check the questions. So, is there any scholarship for master's program in material chemistry for international students, and do we have to know Latvian language proficiency? Okay, so first of all, yes, depending on which country you come from, the scholarship is available. The Latvian State Scholarship is available for bachelor, master's, and doctoral students for different programs. And also the study programs are available both in English and in Latvian, so you can choose. So you don't need to know Latvian language necessarily. During your studies, you will be able to learn Latvian, as it will be as a part of the course for international students, just to be able to adjust to the living environment in Latvia and maybe be able to speak a little. But other than that, you don't have to know Latvian language to study in Latvia. So another question, how are the scholarship opportunities for PhD students, psychology, like in Latvia? Additional, any recommendations on what university are best to get PhD in psychology in? So yes, just as I mentioned, the scholarship is available for any study programs, both in Latvian or English. Also PhD programs, and the scholarship for PhD is €700 per month. And regarding universities for psychology, PhD in psychology, you can check on our website. There's a button called studies, and there are all the programs listed. But also later in the chat, if you'll ask, come to our profile, study Latvian profile, you can ask in the chat there, and I will send you specific links to the study programs to help you out. And can you work in Latvia while studying your PhD there? Yes, definitely. A lot of PhD students are also take part in different research projects at the universities, and there are additional fundings available for researchers in Latvia. So as a student, you can be also working and already giving lectures. This is also some of the master students actually might be invited to give some lectures as well. So specifically in academic learning programs, the research is the focus, and this academic teaching is also the focus of the studies, but not as necessarily obligatory. So if you don't want to be working specifically in the academic field, you can also find work outside the university. And a great opportunity is also that universities cooperate with different professionals in the field and with different businesses. So there's often, when the business needs an employee, there's an offer available at the university. And a great opportunity is also some career centers. So universities have career centers that help you prepare your CVs and also build up your skills for interviews so that you can excel in your career. They also will give you opportunities for work, the ones that are sent to the university, and many more. We have another question. So can I apply for work in Latvia after my studies in Latvia? Yes, as I said, there is the 4-month period to extend. Yeah, you can extend your residence permit for up to 4 months after you have finished your studies. And during this time, you can work and you can look for work in Latvia. And once you have found the work, it is possible to, like, if the employee is really seeing that you are really keen on working, you're a really good employee, you're really innovative and you're hardworking, then there's an opportunity for you to conclude an agreement and then further stay on a residence permit that is a work-based residence permit. So yes, there are work opportunities, definitely. Maybe some other questions? Okay, no more questions. Well, thank you very much, and I really hope to see you all later on in the Latvian profile, asking us some more questions, and I will be happy to answer, as well as my colleague, and we'll send you some links to more specific questions, whether it's visa related or any other questions. Also regarding your studies in Latvia and the immigration process, some of the countries may need a visa, some of the countries also may enter Latvia without a visa, and then you just conclude the residence permit once you have arrived in Latvia. So there's an easier process for some countries, a bit more trickier ones for others, but all countries are welcomed in Latvia. All students are welcome here, and I hope to see you in Latvia. Thank you.